the most difficult part today, which I faced today in my clinic, was what? Post-stroke Parkinson's. So whenever there is a degeneration inside the brain, it becomes progressive disease. So when it becomes progressive disease, the size of the brain decreases. And when the size of the brain decreases, what it happens? It becomes atrophy. It becomes
atrophy.
now what is atrophy?
The, the muscles become smaller and weaker.
You're right. Because the size of the brain shrinks, the muscles becomes weaker. Why? Because the damage is in the substantia nigra, which is near the hypothalamus. Am I right or wrong?
Yes, sir.
Vinny, can you please tell the show them where is substantia nigra? Substantia nigra.
What's the second word? Nira? Nira.
Substantia nigra, substantial note, substantia nigra. TIAGIRA. Substantia nigra. NIGRA. See, substantia. The images. Go to the first image. So here is the substantia nigra. This contains the dopaminic neurons. So once this is affected, this is which part of the brain? Excuse me. Which part of the brain is this? Pons, midbrain, medulla, or midbrain?
Brainstem.
Brainstem is higher part. So it is what?
Pons, sir. Pons.
Amygdala. No.
Pons.
Pons.
Like
Yeah,
that.
pons.
So again you write down classification of brainstem. This is how you build the foundation. You have a doubt? Go one level down. So write down classification of brainstem. I'm just trying to teach you how to read. So what is that? No, this is not the classification of brainstem. This is a brainstem, cerebellum. You can see the brain cells, what we were speaking yesterday. The corpus callosum, you can find the astrocytoma, oligodendroglioma, meningioma, all these cells what you are eating are cancerous cells. If they work properly, it's okay. But if they become cancerous, they will kill you. So it is also not the classification of brainstem. Find another classification. Go back. Classification of brainstem. Go down. Yeah, this one. 1, 2, 3, third number. No, yes. So you see, the thalamus, below thalamus, it's a midbrain. Then comes the pons. Then comes the medulla. Right? Where it comes? Thalamus, midbrain, pons, medulla, and spinal cord. This photo you have seen. Now go to substantia nigra. Where it is? Take out that photo again. Go back to the substantia nigra. Yes. Now you tell me, where do you find it?
Midbrain, sir.
Please, Dinata. Now, read about substantia nigra, location of substantia nigra. You have a doubt? So go to location, read. First learn how to read. Location of substantia nigra. Right? Don't go to the images, go to all. Go down. Relatively small, very yet important structure in human brain. It is a motor nucleus present in the midbrain. So where do you find it? In the
Midbrain.
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 clear? The anatomy of the substantia
Brainstem.
nigra. Do you understand how to study? If you don't understand one word, go one word below and then go one word below. So where is midbrain here? See, go now to second picture. See the picture of the midbrain. Substantia nigra. One more picture was there, na? Here also you can see. So you understood it's near the midbrain. It's a very small part, but yet a very important part. Did you understand?
Yes, sir.
What does it contain?
Substantia nigra contain dopamine neuron.
Yes, you're right. It has a dopaminic neurons receptor as well as dopaminic neurons and receptors. If this area of the brain is damaged, what is the disease you suffer from?
Parkinson.
You're right. So in post-stroke cases, if you don't treat properly and if you do regular and stretching exercise, if you ask any neurologist, he'll avoid stretching and pulling and pushing in any type of spastic cases and Parkinson's patient because it damages. Spasticity is in the brain, not in the muscles. It cannot resolve locally. So in this type of cases, how should your treatment should be? लाया स्कल क्लास में हमेशा स्कल ले आके आया. So we understand this is the brain and this is the sylvian fissure. So when we measure like see for example we go for just with see brain mapping of the three fingers. So we can map what? All the muscles here. Where it comes? Near the motor cortex. And this area is used for what? Planning of the muscles. So anything which is that is why I say you have to put your headline before the this one so that you cover here as a motor cortex. And then giving some signals in the motor cortex area in a proper way. You can what? Identify the particular area of the brain which helps the motor cortex in planning of the movements of the muscles. Yeah. Yes, tell me. I'm waiting for my skull. There are two ways of improving the muscular power. Now, in this case, we have to use the Parkinson space. Now, there are two types of Parkinson. One is advanced Parkinson. For that, we have to use a different type of method. And one is Parkinson's. When you're dealing with neuro diseases, remember you're dealing with 1,000, more than 1,000 symptoms and diseases. You're dealing with, आप 1,000 से भी ज़्यादा बीमारियों से deal कर रहे हैं. When you are dealing with neuro diseases. Vinny, can you hear me? Vinny? Vinny?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Vinny, can you give us yesterday's recording?
Yesterday recording. Oh, okay.
We have lost the recording of yesterday because people were asking me. I said, see, I'm not the host. I'm only a guest.
Okay.
Vinny
I
is the
sent
host.
to Prakash.
Prakash ji, you can send to Prakash ji in a cloud meeting format. He'll give it to others, right?
Let me see. I should.
Or you can give in our general group.
I put in the Telegram for him.
No Telegram, no. In our WhatsApp group also, if you will put, I'll be grateful to you. The link.
Okay. Because WhatsApp sometimes got a limit in the size. So Telegram don't have limit in the size.
Anyway, you put up in WhatsApp also because I'm active in WhatsApp. I don't get time for Telegram.
Okay.
Thank you for your kind consideration. Thank you for your kind mercy. I also have changed, huh? I was very rude. Huh? Many I have changed, I think.
Sure lah.
Now there are two things in tremors we have to reduce. One is we have to improve the gut-brain axis because 70% of the neurons are in the gut-brain. So let us see what is gut-brain axis. Can we go to Google again? So the Google images. You can see how the gut is associated with the brain. This is why it is said, whatever you eat will make your mind. If you continuously eat non-vegetarians, you become so tempered and all because you carry that characteristics to your brain. That is why in India, we prefer to have more vegetarian food. And that is why even you see the power of vegetarian food is that I still after having 5 heart attacks in the terminal stage of cancer, I work 21 hours or 22 hours a day. Now you write gut brain axis and Parkinson. Go, images. So you see one nerve called what? You see, first you see gut brain connections, right? So you will find 70% of the dopamine is produced where? In the gut. So what are the food which we have to avoid? Gluten, artificial sugar, non-vegetarian, and dairy products. You know, this type of biscuits, what you see in my hand, is very dangerous. Tell me why? What is dangerous here? Tell me.
Gluten,
And?
Sugar.
Artificial sugar.
And?
Artificial sugar.
Plus?
Non-vegetarian.
Maida.
Yeah, gluten is in maida. Plus the way it is processed. So now you can understand that without understanding a disease, you are treating a disease. यानी आप बिना बीमारी को समझे बीमारी को treat कर. Just now I got why I was late because just recently a stroke patient came to the clinic. Because I work 21 hours a day, even at night people come with their patient to me. 1 o'clock, 12 o'clock OPD comes. And it was a normal OPD, not chronic OPD. So what do you understand in this? That stroke patients dies not because of anything else, but because of the treatment not provided to it. It's just blood thinner, baclofen and all, anti-epileptic drugs, but that is not the only treatment for the paralysis patient. Now, plus if you do some stretching and all, it creates more spasticity to the patient and patient suffers more and more. Disease does not decrease, diseases increases. Now you can understand how important it is to understand about the progression and pathology of the disease. That is why I said, instead of doing any other treatment in the stroke, please process the follow of brain stimulation. Proper brain mapping, proper understanding of brain mapping will help you to recover. So I'll show you some simple method of brain mapping today. You may know my way of thinking and teaching from anatomy is different. So I take a skull over here, which we consider as a skull. So now putting my hands over here, hairline. This is a hairline, na? Here. Even if I'm going to Taklu, means I don't have hairs like Ahmadi, then all the headlines will come here. You'll see. Even Darwin does not have hairs. So even in Darwin's and Wallis' case, hairs will come here. Even I don't have, I'll have it here. And I'll put it here, the headline, right? Now, putting this becomes the first stage of the treatment of the Parkinson. Now suppose this quadriceps is getting weaker and weaker. Put 2 needles here, stimulate. And it becomes what? Strengthening. You strengthen the muscles. Tomorrow again there will be what? Like lose the strength. But continuous stimulation only will create a neuroplasticity. Now again we have to go to Google to type the word neuroplasticity. Everyone can understand me? Indian समझ पा रहे हैं मेरी बातें? मैं खाली इंग्लिश में बोले जा रहा हूँ.
नहीं समझ पा रहे थे.
नहीं सर समझ रहे.
यस सर.
देखो भाई हिंदी में इतना पढ़ाना तो आता नहीं, कहीं नहीं समझ में आने से आप टोक दीजिए प्लीज. हाँ, see, what is your ability to form and reorganize the synaptic connections? So, when we speak about neuroplasticity, it is about the reconnection of the synaptic connections. Now you write neuroplasticity and stem cell therapy. Now you come down, down. Down. You are coming up. Up. Go up. Neuroplasticity which allows the 1 minute. Let me read. Neuroplasticity, which allows the brain to establish new neural pathways, is like building a detour to help cars to get around the broken road. Stem cell therapy, on the other hand, is the equivalent of rebuilding the broken bridge. Yes, because the stem cells can, with the right conditions, help the brain to replace the neurons that were destroyed. Now go down. You see, does groundbreaking treatment works? So there are many types of stem cells, but the stem cells which we collect is from the bone marrow. And I process it in a different way to find out quickest results. And I'm getting the quickest results of all the problem because I create both neuroplasticity as well as neurogenesis. Now write down neurogenesis and stem cell therapy. At least I'll teach you how to study in Google, right?
Yes, sir.
इंडियंस मेरी बात समझ पा रहे हैं या मैं हिंदी में रिपीट करूं?
मैं समझ रहे सर।
समझ पा रहे
कोई
सर,
तकलीफ तो
समझ
नहीं हो
पा
रही
रहे हैं
मेरी
सर।
बात समझ में?
नहीं सर, समझ पा रहे हैं आसानी
नहीं
से।
सर, कोई परेशानी नहीं है।
So you can write neuro stem cell therapies for neurodegenerative diseases. Click that. Stem therapy have been proposed as a treatment option for neurodegenerative diseases. But the best stem cell source of the therapeutic efficacy in neuro remains uncertain. Embryonic stem cells and neural stem cells, which can cause effective genetic neural cells, could be they have a limited development potential. They developed. So this is not so much important, but we can understand. This is an affiliation of one news research paper they have said. But if you study different research papers, you'll come to know the different processing of the stem cells and inserting it with MVI or any other process revives the patient in a proper way. कोई भी पेशेंट को रिवाइव करना इतना आसान नहीं है, बट अगर आप देखा जाए तो I had an addiction of metazolam. My mother's death के बाद, मेरी माँ की डेथ के बाद मुझे मेटाजोलम की आदत हो गई. So after every 2 hours, 1 hour, I used to inject one metazolam for myself. I used to give metazolam emergency to myself. So now you can see In foreign, the stem cell therapies are very costly. Here, brain stimulation with stem cell therapy and other therapies, which we are including RTCM. And very soon we are buying what? Neuromicroscope. So to study neuromicroscope and brain models very clearly, you'll be able to understand a lot of things. I'll show you many things in brain microscope, and you'll be able to understand more about the brain and brain diseases. कितना time हो गया? So I give you myself you to ask questions. So now you are one minute, 1 minute. Neurogenesis is developing of cell therapy for neurodegenerative diseases. It bases on unique approach for substantial delivery of high levels of demyelinating growth factors using the patient's own stem cells. Right? Did you read this? Neurogenesis is developing cell therapy for neurodegenerative diseases. Now, if you know the proper methods of recovering, it becomes a very easy method for recovery of the patient. So now you can understand one part today, how important is stem cell therapy and how important is working with such type of patients. इस तरह के patients के साथ काम करना, stem cell therapy को include करना, brain stimulation को include करना, कि brain खाली signal की भाषा समझता है. उसको सही तरीके के सिग्नल मिलेंगे तो ही वो जवाब देगा. For example, I say, what did you understand?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Nothing, sir.
So this is what the brain understands from your exercise. Because that area of the brain is already damaged. ये नाराज हो जाएगा. तुम्हारा हाथ में दर्द है, हमारा हाथ दबाने से तो नहीं हुआ. मेरे को लगता है तुम रोज हाथ दबाता हमारा, इसलिए तुम्हारा अंगूठा में शायद दर्द हुआ हो. बिकॉज काफी प्रेशर पड़ता होगा ना दबाते वक्त. This is why ancient methods of acupuncture, acupressure was involved for sending signals inside the brain. But the biggest drawback came with the modern science was that we could not associate old science with the new science. We threw out the old science and we grew in the new way. Now, when we people came and integrated both the systems, we found so much things are there to revive the patient that I found patient very easy to recover. आराम से recover होता है patient. खाली cost factor कम होना चाहिए so that patient can afford his treatment. That's all. रावत जी मैं तो ये प्लान कर रहा था आपके पेशेंट को भी वो दे दूं ये स्टेम सेल थेरेपी है. रावत जी
हाँ सर.
आपने देख लिया होगा स्टेम सेल का के बारे में, तो कैसे न्यूरो डेवलपमेंट करता, माइलिन शीट बनाता है, राइट?
जी सर, जी सर.
अब आप आगे डीमाइलिनेटिंग न्यूरोपैथी है, सब में क्या चीज काम करता है?
स्टेम सेल सर.
हाँ,
और ब्रेन स्टिमुलेशन साथ में.
हाँ एकदम सही पकड़ा आपने. अगर दोनों मिल जाए तो रामबाण हो जाए.
जी
मीन्स
सर.
एरो ऑफ द राम which is definite, which is a definitive conclusion in many ways.
This is it.
Yes. अब बताइए आज की क्लास कैसी रही?
रोज क्लास निखरती जा रही है
बहुत अच्छी
सर.
सर. वेरी नाइस सर.
Out of 10, how much marks will you give?
सर डेली का मार्क्स देने की जरूरत नहीं है, रोज निखर रही है, वो सेल्फ में असेस कर रही है.
See, you cannot learn from what you are you are a learned people, right? आप लोग पढ़े लिखे लोग हैं, right?
जी सर, जी सर.
मैं आपको अगर वापस वो एनाटॉमी और वो बकवास पढ़ाऊं तो क्या फायदा? मैं सारे दिन क्लिनिक में जो झमेला झेलता हूँ वो ही आगे अगर आपको पढ़ाऊं तो वो आपके काम आएगा,
जी सर।
वो आपके झमेला कम करेगा।
जी।
See, whatever stress and problems I face in my clinic and how I resolve it, right?
यस।
That is the only way by which you can resolve your problems.
डेफिनेटली
Because
सर।
whatever I'm facing, you are facing the same thing.
यस सर।
There cannot be two classifications. Patients over India, patients over Malaysia have the same problems. So, today we understood that stem cell, how it creates neurogenesis, how it helps in neurodegenerative diseases. Right?
Along with NIBS, I think so. It's
Without
also
NIBS, now see, एक बात है. First thing is that what is
because
the language
in
of the brain?
stimulation,
Yes,
impulse,
impulse, yani signals. If proper signals are not achieved by the brain, how will you achieve your task?
never we will achieve.
Did you achieve your task by stretching and pulling of the leg? No, it is not possible because the motor
Not
cortex is damaged. Scientifically, if you go, those things were correct in their times, right? But
yes, sir.
the modern times, with the holistic approach, it was correct in its own time. When it was there, राम जी जब थे, राम जी के समय में राम जी की बात सही थी, बट कलयुग में राम जी की बात सही नहीं हो सकती पूरी. कलयुग में हर घर में रावण है. अब
Yes.
कितने रावण मारोगे उतने रावण पैदा होंगे.
So because I studied about stem cells, many countries work with stem cells, but they could not get the result like us. So
Because
NIBS is more either equally important with stem cells.
not only
Without
NIBS, you have
NIBS,
to integrate things. IV nutritions, stem cells, because stem cell has to grow. For that, it needs nutrition. We give TPN, we give all these things.
yes, sir.
We don't put the patient on only one single mode of therapy.
Yes, sir.
We go for herbal treatment, we go for this, we go for this. I see it works. When in autism child, one autism child which was referred by Nagendra of your batch.
Yes, sir.
Now he himself come and says, sir, put needle here, 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 here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10. Thank you, sir. Bye, sir.
Oh my
Imagine
God.
hyperactive students are becoming like this. You imagine. अब अब क्या बोले बताइए. That is why I said the world needs more of knowledge, which has a gap in their knowledge. Until you fill up this gap, people will keep suffering. Anyway, आपने सवाल पूछे सब. Ask your questions, please. All have closed their cameras. So I should also close my camera. Only Henry has opened his camera. I'm talking to the walls.
No, I have a question. You said
I will answer. I'm talking to the walls. There is no faces. So I'm talking to the wall. Let wall ask me the question.
you said about avoid glutens, artificial sugar, dairy products. There's one more, isn't it? I missed that one. Do you mind if you repeat one more time?
See, gluten. Okay. Vinny, can you be kind enough to go to leaky gut? Can you put one more line in the Google called leaky gut? No, go to the images. You see The images of the gut. The gut you see over the left, you go to the second image. So now you see the how negative microbes are generated here. Actually, proteins and vitamins are generated here. Negative and positive is both here. So gluten, you see, gluten destroys the gut. It creates inflammation in the gut. Artificial sugar, gluten, you can see, creates inflammation in the guts. And then your body cannot fight with the toxin and it becomes a toxified body. Am I clear?
Yeah, thank you.
Am I clear or not clear?
Gee, what about you say the milk and all that?
Huh?
Milk.
Milk? What is milk?
You mentioned dairy products, so I presume it's milk.
Oh, milk. Milk also is not good and the guts are leaky.
But a lot of Indian drinks yogurt.
That is also not healthy. When you have a leaky gut, it's healthy for healthy people, but if you have leaky gut, you have certain symptoms. Well, it is damaging.
Oh. But isn't it part of your diet? Yogurt.
Huh?
Yogurt is part of an Indian diet, isn't it?
Yeah, it is a part of Indian diet. But you see on the other hand, people are also suffering from large number of diseases. Because awareness is not there in the society. What to eat, what not to eat, how to do, what not to do. We are just around. We have made a circle and we are making round the circle.
Sir, desi गाय का भी yogurt is not allowed.
See, Desio, Bidesio, dairy products are banned in leaky gut.
Okay, sir.
First understand what is gut, then
Yeah.
understand leaky gut, then
Yes.
understand why dairy products are banned in leaky gut. Mickey, Winnie, right? Yogurt, damage of yogurt in leaky gut.
Gee, how to determine one has leaky gut or not?
By following the symptoms of the disease.
Is there a test?
No. There are many tests, but how many bacteria will you test?
So is this what you want? The damage of yogurt. Is that
Yes.
yogurt that you mentioned?
Yeah, yogurt, right. Click. You can see what are the things which causes the leaky guts.
So it includes the chips that you often eat.
Yes. Because it contains Ajinomoto and preservatives.
But they're comfort food, you know.
Anything which is good for your tongue may not be good for your body. Did I ask you questions? Ask your questions.
Sir, you mentioned in the beginning how to what is the quickest process to get stem cells from bone marrow? What is this?
They are the bone marrow, iliac crest, process it.
Mhm.
And your process is correct. More questions.
Dog, in the last few video, you were using stem cells for that sever spinal cord. Where the site that you inject is where the injury was, or you just injected at the sacrum area?
Hello, sir.
Yes, tell me.
Sir,
Tell me.
Wake up.
Thank you. Good morning. Ask me questions.
Okay, Doc. When you inject the stem cells the other day to the young man where he had a cord injury, did you inject it at the site of injury, or do you inject it at the sacrum area where they gradually just moved up the stem cells?
sir, good morning.
Selamat malam.
Tell me.
Already told twice.
Question is
Tell me.
passed. Question passed.
Everyone finished?
Selamat malam, sir.
Yeah, we
Take
finished.
rest.
Yeah, what was your question?
Where to inject the stem cells to the spinal cord injury patient?
Today I was just thinking one stroke patient was helping one Parkinson's patient to walk. Parkinson's is the fourth stage and stroke patient was unable to walk. Today I was seeing in my clinic. And that part I was just remembering for a second in my eyes. It was a beautiful scene. Today, before can we go to close, can you go to my Facebook and see how I repaired a CP child in just 50 days? Can you go to my Facebook?
Oh, there was a question for you. Henry, can you ask again?
Yeah, please tell me what is my question.
Okay, Doc. Remember a couple of days ago you took care of a young man who had a injury to the spine. The cord was severed, and so you did a stem cell. I like to know where you inject.
I went through intravenous process, IV process.
IV process. So it goes through the vein, the brachial area.
No. My first work was to improve his nervous, all the peripheral nervous system, because in spinal cord injury, peripheral nervous system is more seriously injured. So the stem cells first has to revive the nerves.
Yeah. So you did the IV where though? Where's the site of you put?
Yeah, you can see that child. This is a second. No, go down. This is a child which I recovered. Show them the video.
Like this, and then the second section, the stability gains again. From February we when he came here in February, he was not able to walk, and after the first section itself, that is about 9 days. Within 9 days, he was able to walk independently. And the second section, more stability he gained, and like that. So
how much improvement do you find in this terminal?
In regarding the walking, it is 85-90%.
Overall the improvement, what do you see in his IQ and all? Because this
IQ improvement is there, but it's not up to his age. Improvement is that he started speaking a few words like that, and he could understand what the other says, and he's following.
He's following the commands.
So yeah.
So how much delayed milestone did we cover up?
And
hyperactivity, how much
also
reduced?
reduced.
That's hyperactive?
40%, I feel.
He is more hyperactive.
Not hyper, sometimes.
Sometimes all children are hyperactive. So how much recovery do you see in a delayed milestone?
Sir, I have seen here as more than 80% to 90%.
80% to 90% recovery in this?
In these cases already, I have seen. When he came here, he couldn't walk. Right now he can walk, not only, even stair also, upstairs and downstairs. He can walk. Even sit also.
You can sit also?
Yes, myself.
So what's your name?
Sajal Shen.
Where?
I'm physiotherapy from
But how many years of experience?
It's 14 years.
So did you see such changes can come in 40 days?
No.
Is it possible?
It's
traditionally, is it possible?
No. It's not possible through the physiotherapy. I didn't say that.
I have treated the patient in 1 year only 40 days. Did you see 90%, 80% changes?
No, I didn't say it. But here,
you can see that.
Yes.
So here you can see a beautiful change in a CP child. Now the child has climbed the staircases, walking and all. You could see a beautiful change in a beautiful child. Thank you so much.
So what is your comment about this case? You see the full video. No need now. This is what was from Philippines who tagged me. How brain stimulation is done. You can show that video. See how they are doing brain stimulation. I think I'm more famous in Philippines than in India. This is a Filipino video, not Indian video. And it has been said by Arlene.
So do you mean I stop this video or watch this video?
No, just let them watch that how we did, how a Filipino did a brain stimulation.
Sa kanya, pangtanggal ng heat.
How they are getting results.
Ito man, pang-strengthen ng ng knees.
Parang ground.
Pero tolerable naman, no?
Opo.
Kaya naman.
may close the video now. This is a Filipino who has tagged me his video, and I'm happy that these people have done very good. There's one more boy from Kolkata. I'll show you his video. He has recovered a Parkinson's patient in just 3 or 4 days, which was a bedridden patient. I forgot his name. Somin or something. He came to my seminar. They were dead against
Subham
his
Bakshi.
brain. Subham Bakshi. Yes, Bakshi. Yes. Subham, my favorite child. All these 3 boys who were very negative, now they are very positive. I am very happy. It was like a battle between me and one of the middle boy. I forgot his name. I was very annoyed when they said that this all brain signals are same and all. Then I realized, being a sports physiotherapist, I should never teach to a sports physiotherapist like this. But then they realized their mistake, and in their videos, I saw how beautifully they presented their case, and then it changed my opinion. Otherwise, I would have stopped teaching sports physiotherapist anymore in my life. Because if you don't understand the brain, then why do you come to me? I'm not saying you need to buy the pain or you need to buy the thing. I mean to say you must be matured enough. दिमाग को एक maturity लाओ बस, और कुछ नहीं चाहिए. अपने अंदर एक maturity का भाव लाओ. You must be matured enough. Yes. You may ask me your questions.
Yeah, G, can NIBS recover damaged nerve?
See, NIBS done recovery at a vast damages. You can see we are fighting with ALS, we are fighting with terminal stage diseases. So, what is my weapon if you see? In my clinic, you ask any patient what I am doing. They'll say putting needle here and stimulating. That's all.
So that means it can recover, is it?
Patients are demanding nowadays.
Yeah, but I mean the question, can it be recovered or not?
Patients demanding means they are getting recovery, so they are why do you demand things?
How about like
Because,
in the inner ear?
yeah, I find if it was not recovery, I would have not come to this class for this topic. Because I
No, I
found
mean,
NIBS
I'm not doubting.
I mean to say, Ronnie, NIBS has done a significant recovery in all these cases whichever I have treated.
Yeah, because I'm not doubting that, but I'm asking.
I know you will never doubt me because you are practicing with me. You practice with laser with NIBS. We are doing both the same things.
Yeah, yeah.
You cannot create a that thought in my mind that Ronnie has a doubt or suspicion. Ronnie is always behind with me, not behind me or before me. It's with me.
Correct.
We are playing we are parallel to each other.
Yes. You know, because I have a patient with the inner ear
Ronnie,
problem.
today if you are in this Zoom class, it is only we started from Singapore and Malaysian approach. Up to now, this Zoom class is running from Singapore and Malaysian contribution.
Kendrick, are you Kendrick?
Yeah, no, because I have a patient with the inner ear problem, and the doctor says the nerve damage, so they cannot do anything.
Then?
So he come to see me, and I'm trying to help.
Definitely you can help. Now I will show you another case tomorrow. It's a 28-year-old case in which the right side of the body has stopped developing because of the left ventricle damage, lateral ventricle damage. Now that girl yesterday I saw was running on the treadmill. Doctor says you won't be suffering from any disease, but later on the girl was running on the treadmill. तो उसे जाता और क्या पहचान चाहिए आपको बताइए?
And the patient had been injected with a lot of drugs for almost 1 year and didn't recover.
See, it's not like we should see, first line of treatment is always medicines. I always prefer that because if they do not recover, let us try to recover. That gives us often a more scope for us to understand how to overcome a complicated disease.
Right. Thank you.
Complication of a disease with complication of medicines and side effects. How to overcome all this is our purpose. So if they cannot, if medicines cannot recover, let us see what we can do. Instead of blaming, let us find out pathways. That is called neurogenesis. This is how we can recover neurodegenerative diseases. Am I right or wrong?
Yes.
There should not be any blame game, nothing. No one should be blamed in this world. Let us follow the policy of Buddha. Harm no one with your thought, ideas, and mind.
Amen.
Ask questions.
Thank you.
Bring more students to this seminar class, this free classes, only 100 students. We used to have 300 students for your marketing. All of you market 3 students also, 2 students also. We become 300. Only we have to sit 1 hour to hear me. And what did I teach? See, such an important thing I have taught you. It will not only help you to understand, but will grow your knowledge to a great extent. That you are not dependent on Sindopa alone.
So, just now that child, was it done with stem cells?
These stem cells, we procure it from the spine and we give it. The muscles and nerve injury, which has been already done, has started repairing. The repairing, more the repair, the better the child. The CP child, we have done it in CP children, we have done in autism. We are getting very good results.
With stem cell, right?
Yes. We have combined stem cells with IV nutrition. We have combined it with acupuncture, neuroacupuncture, physiotherapy, electrotherapy, robotics.
How about just say like?
I like everything now. I'm no more orthodox. After the death of my mother, I realized one thing: love everyone. Why to love only one person?
That's right.
Love your work more than anything. I love physiotherapy equal to neurosurgery. So as much as I am dedicated to neurosurgery, that's why I am dedicated to this. And so I am dedicated to my teaching.
So just now, Dr. Henry was trying to clarify, that the child that with the transected nerve spinal cord, so the nerve cells, you say was IV?
Yeah, we did it IV because I wanted to work with this total nervous system.
But wouldn't like the nerve cells?
I did not go to that because see, I did not go to there because I may not get the result in the entire nervous. But from the blood, I got it in the entire nervous system. The blood is flowing to the entire nerves. It's flowing in the whole body with multivitamin. We made a cocktail and we gave it.
So
all the patients are doing
a local be faster?
Huh?
A local. You
A
inject
local
will be
means?
faster?
No. See, clavicle block and all we give when there is a subluxation. But this has to be given by anesthetist. Even here, I don't give. I know clavicle block, brachial block, but I don't give. I allow this to given by anesthetist only.
So if IV you can give, is it?
IV is the safest process. 100 ml NS and then still put 2 ml of multivitamin and then inject the stem cells. Slowly, with the help of cardiac monitor the vitals and continue stem cells. We know nothing happens, but then also it's a procedure, follow the procedure.
Good job, thank you.
Any more questions to anyone? कोई सवाल भारतीयों से? Any questions from Philippines, Nepal?
Sir, good evening, sir. This is Ravinder Sangala.
Ravindra, please tell me.
That can we treat bruxism by NIPS? Bruxism?
We have to see the situation of the patient.
Yes, she's aged 25 years old girl, lady.
What is the symptom?
Grinding of teeth while sleeping.
Is a part of stress.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
It can be better done by breathing exercise because it goes down the G lymphatic system. If it takes a deep breathing for a longer time, it cools and cleaning and cooling of the brain takes place. I think this should be resolved. It's a stress-induced disease.
Sir, I heard somewhere we can treat by master tongue's acupuncture. That's why I asked you, sir.
No, master tongue is failure.
Okay.
Master tongue never treated such type of diseases. Vichy Young has mentioned about this type of diseases, but the cure recovery I haven't seen.
Sir. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Sangaji. More questions?
Sir, excuse me, sir. This thing can happen even in a 6 or 7 years old child.
Yeah, we are treating in 2 years, 1 year child. We have taken 3 years today.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
More questions? Any more questions? Any more questions? कोई और सवाल किसी की तरफ से? I hope Indians understood my language. I was clear.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. हिंदी में कुछ बताने की जरूरत है?
नहीं, sir.
Clear, sir. किसी को कोई शिकायत?
No, sir.
You may not have, others are also having. किसी को कोई शिकायत मुझसे?
No, sir.
चलो भाई, चलो, thank you so much. Terima kasih banyak. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Terima kasih, sir.
Thank you so much, sir.
Terima kasih. Terima kasih.
Thank you,
Terima
sir.
kasih.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, everyone.
Good night. Thank you. Good night, everyone.
Good night,
everyone. Good night, everyone. Good night, everyone.
Good night, all of you.
Good night. Good night.
Night. Miss you.
Shutting down.
Good night, Winnie.
Good night, Dr. Maria.